Do you know what I find really interesting, my gorgeous Pisces, right at the beginning of this week? What I'm finding really interesting is that you are really going to be thinking about a certain plan, how you're going to be able to do something, how you're going to be able to achieve something. And this in itself is to do with you obviously thinking about reaching the certain destination in your life on your spiritual journey, where at the same time something so wonderful is actually going to happen. So you are already going to be inspired by something at the beginning of this week. You're going to be inspired by something that is going to start all this. Once you become inspired by what are you about to see, this in itself is going to help you to come out of your comfort zone. And as soon as that happens, you are going to find yourself planning about how you can do something on your spiritual journey right now in order to get to the certain destination in your future, where the bottom line is that you're going to be inspired so much by what you're going to see, that you're going to be left with absolutely no choice but to come up with a plan, how you're going to do this, how you can make your life to be in this particular way. And even more so, you are going to become aware of some kind of absolutely boundless potential that is going to be directly connected to your life purpose or to your spiritual journey. So that's why you're gonna feel so deep within. And then something so magical is going to happen, something literally magical it's about to happen, which is going to remind you that the magic is still indeed alive in your life. You will see something absolutely magical, something really strange, something really unusual, which is going to make you aware of how special you are, how unique you are, but it's also going to make you aware of how intuitive you are, how psychic you are. Because at the time when you're going to be thinking about planning something, what you're going to see, it's going to be so magical, really magical sign, a really magical indication. But what is going to be even, it's going to seem like so godly, so out of this world, like literally. But what is going to seem even more magical is the way you're going to feel. And what is going to seem even more magical is how this is going to work so brilliantly, so beautifully through the actual power of synchronicity. With other words, what you're going to have on your mind is planning, and then suddenly what you're going to see is going to be completely out of this world, this mind-blowing sign, which is going to very strongly make you aware and indicate the fact that you are in for something very big, something very special. And even more so, you will know exactly that this is something that you need to go for. But then again, at the same time, you are really going to kind of become aware of the fact that you are going to need to be patient as well. But the bottom line is, first of all, it's going to be like planning. So first of all, inspiration, and then you're going to start planning, and then suddenly you're going to see something really godly, completely out of this world, which is going to make you aware of, yet again, it's going to make you aware of your own spirituality, how psychic you are. But at the same time, it's also going to make you aware of the fact that you really need to move on from something. Now your old life is slowly coming to an end, which is going to clearly show you what has come to an end. So you're not going to be able to take the carry on with this planning unless you kind of come to an end, unless to respond to the part of your life that already came to an end. And you can already respond to it now to start with by identifying it, and then slowly but surely cutting it out of your life and literally moving on. But because what you're doing right now, you're saying goodbye to an old karma and you're saying hello to new mama coming up, like really slowly but surely into your life. And at the same time, you are going to be reminded of some kind of a devil and some kind of devilish energy, because you are going to become aware of the specific things that are going to be going on the outside, and nothing is going to make sense to you anymore, because it's all a kind of like, it's more to do with confirmations about some kind of devilish energy and devilish doing things on the outside, which is only going to confirm you. Now it's time for you to kind of completely trust yourself, because these confirmations that you're going to have are only going to kind of confirm your deepest fears. Please don't get me wrong, nothing to do with your life, but it's to do with things that you kind of became aware of on the outside that have been affecting you more than you could have possibly imagined. It was stuck at the back of your subconscious mind, and it was affecting your planning. And once your planning is affected, then your freedom is affected. And once your freedom is affected, then you can't express yourself the way you want to express yourself. And then you slowly start losing yourself until you start coming back home to yourself. This is going to be such an important spiritual journey when it comes to you, and an impact that this is going to have on you and on your spiritual journey. So you becoming aware of the devil on the outside, it's only going to confirm that now, from now on, you do things the way you want to do things. And this is only going to confirm to you that the time is right for you to actually do this. If this happened only a few months ago, you would be like, oh God, no baby, no. But now you will know that the things that didn't make sense before will not make sense even more. So there is no point to be affected by these things whatsoever. This will only confirm you your own power, and it's only going to be an additional sign like you need to take this on into your life right now. And also, my gorgeous Pisces, you know, at the beginning of this week, I like this so much. It's to do with the justice. Like your justice is coming, my gorgeous Pisces. So whether you're waiting for some kind of a court case, or whether you're waiting for someone to actually decide something for you here, my God, this is going to be so good, because at the same time, you're not only going to become aware of the process of justice, something is going to work in your favor. And this is also a great sign. It goes two ways. On one hand, something is going to work in your favor, and you're going to love this big smile on your face. But at the same time, if you want to start some kind of process of justice, or if you want to start working on some kind of wrongdoings, or if you kind of want, like, and things like that, if you want to start some kind of process of justice, then this would also be absolutely an excellent time, which is going to bring you a really, really good and positive outcome. And at the same time, what else I was going to say, my gorgeous Pisces, when you become aware of that justice, at around the same time, you are going to hear a life-changing advice. But that advice, you need to work a little bit in order for like you to notice that advice. Does that even make sense? Okay, so you need to work with it in such a sense, like, now I told you, when you become aware of this justice, this is going to mean to you so much. At around the similar time, you are going to hear some kind of advice. That's all I can tell you. Somewhere you're going to hear an advice. Maybe you're going to hear two people talking. Maybe you're going to watch someone on the internet. Maybe you're going to watch someone on TV. You know, wherever you're going to gather this advice from, it doesn't really matter. The bottom line is that you are going to become aware of a mind-blowing advice. And this advice that you're going to become aware of, it's also a kind of going to really kind of make you aware of things that you, like very kind of like a really interesting things that you should kind of like really pay attention to at this stage in your life. Something that means to you so much, but it's going to surprise you, because something is happening much sooner, much quicker. And now after this moment in time, it's entirely down to you. And also, my gorgeous Pisces, at the beginning of this week, you know, I mean, this is absolutely mind-blowing. This is a mind-blowing stage of your life. Just to highlight again that absolutely mind-blowing potential that you are going to have, this boundless potential that you are going to have. One more thing I want to say about this, it's again going back on this boundless, mind-blowing potential that you are going to become aware of. You know, you're going to feel in your spirit and in your soul things that you haven't felt in such a long time, maybe never. And this in itself, it's really kind of going to also be kind of highlighted again at around the beginning of the week. This is going to be highlighted again after that moment of justice. You know, again you're going to be going back to that boundless potential, because you are not going to be able to stop thinking about it whatsoever. And then you're going to realize additional things as well. You need to stick to a certain plan, the plan that I was saying before to you. Now you will know this is something that 1,000,000% you need to stick to, because after that moment of justice, and after you become aware of that life-changing advice, it's all going to boil down towards you going back to this baby, you're going back to this boundless potential and knowing exactly things that you didn't know before, in terms of like now deciding completely, yeah baby, I'm going for it. Do you know what I mean? So you're going to really kind of decide now that's it. You're going to decide to stick to this plan, but at the same time now you need to be sharp, you need to be quick and you need to be really, really clever. You've been waiting for this moment in time. First of all, I told you to be patient, but now after the moment of justice, there is no need to be patient anymore, because now karmically you are ready, you are prepared, you gathered and you learned what you needed to learn, and that in itself, it's all going to be leading towards this moment in time. Now you need to be quick, now you need to be sharp, and now you need to be clever. So when that boundless potential is highlighted again, you just need to like take it on immediately. By the time you get to the mid part of this week, you know, this is like, oh my god, like this is such a good news that you are going to have at around the midweek, and this in itself, it's to do with a big accomplishment, you know, big achievement. And this big achievement that you are going to have, it's also at the same time, it's gonna help you so much to kind of like remove yourself maybe from the specific person who is making you feel really bad and really uncomfortable. Perhaps this is someone who you work with, or someone who is this karma, with you came to an end. So this is going to be great achievement, because now, my gorgeous Piscelini, you're going to be able to like really move on from someone who is like very much so created a really toxic vibration and energy in your life. Maybe this is someone in your life whose this karma with you came to an end, or maybe this is to do with the people who you work with, maybe this is to do with the certain people who you deal with. So this is all gonna make you feel so good, because it's to do with someone who you really don't like, and now you're gonna be able to move on from that person. And this is gonna be absolutely brilliant, because it's going to be the step in the right direction, but it's also going to be the step towards your own kind of doing the right thing when it comes to this stage of your life, you know, because you are going to be so much happier after this moment in time. Things that didn't make sense before, now they're going to start making sense. You know, there's so much that is going to be highlighted that was happening lately to you that didn't make sense, that brought you to this point of your life, especially when it comes to the one specific person here who is slowly but surely coming to an end. You are going to make such an important decision when it comes to your development. This is going to be really, really significant, but at the same time, you are gonna really start coming out of yourself after this moment in time, and you will see how toxic someone was around you for way too long. And when someone becomes so toxic around us, then we just kind of like really get closed. You know, we closed ourselves within ourselves, and that affects our power in such a way, because when we need to be brave and strong, when we need to come out of our comfort zone, this is always holding us back, holding us down. And when something is so holding us down to that point where we just don't make really kind of necessary decisions that are important and big, this is also a sign that, you know, karmically you need to move on from someone or from a certain group of people. For example, it's always to do with the karmically something coming to an end, and we are going to feel uncomfortable and negative around them until we do something about it, because it's messing up with our own quality of life. So this also ultimately does affect us to kind of fully embrace our emotions. Of course that this is going to be affecting our personal journey. By the time you get to the last part of this week, my gorgeous Piscelini, what I find really interesting here is that but you're going to kind of become aware of someone really naughty and someone really cheeky and someone really unusual, but it's more about what they've done and what they did it's not about them being like that, like when it comes to personality, but you're going to become aware of someone who's done something really naughty and cheeky and unusual, and they didn't hurt. My god, that scared me. Did you hear this? It scared me. Now you see what I mean. So you are going to become aware of something really strange and unusual, and then I get boom 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 on the outside. You see even Plantini's like moving about like hello in all sorts of like weird directions. But yeah, so at the end of the week you are going to become aware of someone really strange. No, the person is not going to be strange and unusual, but what that person is going to do that you're going to become aware of, it's going to be very naughty, and it's going to be very cheeky, and it's going to be very unusual. And first of all, you're going to be like, oh my god, I can't believe they did that. And then you were like, you know what? I'm gonna do that too. And what they did was like something really cheeky and naughty, but then again, they didn't hurt anyone or anything like that. They just did something. They responded to the certain situation in their own way, but you know that the outcome is going to be absolutely mind-blowing, and you will want to do that, and you will want to do that. And I absolutely don't blame you whatsoever. It's more about like what the outcome is by them doing something cheeky, but then at the same time they're not hurting anyone. So nothing is horrible here, nothing is bad, nothing is evil. And this is going to give you a very, very interesting idea, because on one hand you are going to become aware of some kind of hidden danger again on the outside, which is only going to double up all these feelings of you like knowing that you are doing the right thing at this stage in your life. But at the same time, it's like kind of going to really give you this very interesting idea, and it's almost like you're going to become aware of this secret formula how to do something. It's not only about the idea, but it's more about like a spiritual key, how to unlock the door you never knew existed, let alone what's behind them. A very, very interesting situation, my gorgeous Piscelini, indeed. And also you know, now suddenly you are at around the end of the week, you're going to start feeling so spiritual. So don't be surprised if you feel like you want to smudge your home like with a dry sage. Don't be surprised if you feel like you want to meditate. Don't be surprised if you feel like, oh, I want to do a bit of tarot readings. You know, whatever you feel spiritually that you should do, you are going to start coming out of yourself, and this is such a great sign. So now suddenly you are going to feel this very strong reconnection, where you're also going to kind of try to want to reconnect with the people who think alike, but also at the same time, you know, it's like you will realize how much something was missing in your life in terms of the actual spirituality, something that you used to do. Now the balance is going to be absolutely right, and you will know, my gorgeous Piscelini, exactly what I mean. By the end of this week, you're going to have a very, very interesting revelation, and the interesting revelation that you are going to have, it's going to surprise you so much, because it's going to make you aware of the fact that one of the biggest challenges of your life came to an end. And after that moment in time, oh my God, my gorgeous Piscelini, your life is about to become so interesting indeed. So now, my gorgeous Piscelini, before I lose my voice, so now, my gorgeous Piscelini, before I lose my voice, I'm just going to shuffle these oracle cards, and I'm going to see what your oracle card is going to be for this week. What your oracle card is going to be for this week, my gorgeous Piscelini. What your oracle card is about to reveal. What your oracle card is about to reveal. Oh my God, you are about to see the beauty where you've never seen the beauty before. You're about to be inspired like you've never been inspired before. You're about to see the beauty in life. You're about to see the beauty in things around you that was around you for such a long time, but because you also had a huge amount of negative energy to deal with. You've done nothing wrong, you've done nothing bad, but when we are going through kind of difficult stages in our lives, when we are confused, you know, because of one way or because of the one reason or another, it doesn't really matter, then that really clouds our mind, and it prevents us from seeing opportunities that we do have on every single day, you know, on daily basis. So now suddenly, my gorgeous Piscelini, you're going to see the beauty in life, and this beauty in life that you're going to see, it's going to make you feel alive again. This is going to reflect on your inspiration, it's going to reflect on your dreams, it's going to reflect on your optimism, and it's also going to make you feel alive again for the first time after such a long time. You're going to find yourself being so optimistic about your present moment, but most importantly, so optimistic about your future as well. The worth to mention is the things that make you feel extremely optimistic, that the things that drive you forward throughout this week. These are also very, very powerful signs that you should take this on as the priority number one, because this in itself is also connected to something very, very sacred coming into your life. My God. Okay, my gorgeous Piscelini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love every single one of you. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.